Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining. I'm Alex Spicer. I'm the editor of CentralTrack.com. Here pretty soon, I will be joined by owner, head chef, and lauded local food heavyweight now, Donny Sirisavath of Khao Noodle Shop, to talk about all things, you know, owning a small business right now, how COVID-19 has affected his business, especially when it was seeing so much breakout success. And I think he's here. And let me know if you can see the question box, I think somewhere here, so you guys can ask questions if you want. Says he can't join. Donnie, if you can hear me, it says you can't join when I try to add you. Maybe. Might be working now.
There we go. There we go.
How's it going, man?
Oh man, it's been a crazy day so far.
I
We
bet.
it's our first day back in reopening. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was pretty intense today, and plus two of my guys didn't show up today. So
Oh, great.
oh yeah. So
That's tough.
that's the part of being a business owner, right? When
Sure.
you have guys that doesn't show up to work, and you have to man through it, man. So how are you, Alex?
I'm good. Thanks for joining me. I know you literally just got out of the kitchen, so
Yeah, man.
I
So
appreciate
like
it.
yeah. I'm
Um,
actually I'm outside now, just trying to catch my breath and
yeah.
having a little moment before I get on.
Well, thanks for joining.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
So, like you said, you guys opened today.
Yep.
Um, why did you decide to? And you only curbside, right?
Yeah, we're only curbside and takeout only right now. Since our shop is tiny, we only have three community tables, so
Oh,
that's part of the reason why we really can't be a part of that. 25 or 50% capacity, and really it's more of just a safety hazard for my crew or my team here. Because it's their livelihood in the day, and I
totally.
want to make sure that I'm taking we're taking responsibility for that because if any of us get sick and we have to close, then that's really what the bigger issue is, right? So
Absolutely.
we can't be sustainable.
So then it sounds kind of like you. I mean, as prepared as you can be, like you said, it's part of being a business owner. You got to adapt to things.
Hmm.
Um, how are you? I know that you posted, or Cal posted,
Yep.
that you guys were exhausted in the beginning of this because you were open for takeout previously, right?
Yeah, we're when the whole COVID happened and the closure, shelter in place, we because our restaurant's not a takeout, restaurant, we're
Right.
a dine-in only,
Yeah.
so we really had to readjust and reevaluate the situation, and really had to prepare ourselves for takeout and to goes only, and we had no containers, like what we put stuff in, guys, plastic film or foil. you know? So yeah, so it was a little stressful for us for a little bit there, and also we didn't know how the mass is going to be able to adjust with us doing takeout,
Mm.
because our food doesn't travel well, as
Mm.
far as noodles, because noodles and broth kind of swells up. Some of the dishes that are crispy fresh here, when you
Mhm.
take it home, it's not crispy or fresh. So it was one of those things that we have to decide what we have to do, man. So we had to readjust our menu. Like we literally had to make new items just to be able to do takeout orders.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so, how did you, was part of that because you've been open and then you closed and now you're back open again? I'm sure, like you mentioned, that was part of it was exhaustion, but
Yep.
is that also, I mean, have you completely had to basically start from scratch to be able to adapt to this? What has been your thought process with all of, opening and closing?
So my thought process was more about reopening, right? It's not about trying to make ends meet, trying to survive each day, each hour, each second. Because at the time, everything changed. The guidelines changed, the legality changed, the regulations changed. I'm
Right.
like, man, like what's going on? And not just that, because like our restaurant is so tiny and so small that we weren't able to adapt that quickly. But coming from a pop up, business that we started off, we really reverted back into the pop up days. So like, okay, we make up this amount of food for each day. We sell out. We sell out. But then again, this was one of my talks with one publication was, what do you want to tell customers or the audience about your restaurant? I was like, look, we were recognized for #2 restaurant in the nation.
Yeah.
We got all these accolades. It doesn't matter if you have all these accolades or recognition. If we're hurting like everyone else, like a mom and pop restaurant. So that's the thing is like, go support your restaurants and your stores and your local business around town, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, the next hour, next 2 days.
Right.
So for us, it was tough, man. It was seriously tough, dude. Like I lost so much sleep over being open. We're literally making $200-300 here a day, maybe $500 here, and I have a 22 staff roster. Like I have 22 people on my staff.
Yeah.
I couldn't pay them. So that was it was the hardest part, man. Just kind of letting everyone know, hey guys, you guys might have to get furloughed and take unemployment. And it was a better option for us and a better for everybody, because they were getting paid more than what they're getting here. So everyone's like, yeah, sure. Like, well, we get unemployment.
No, it's funny you mention that. I wanted to ask you about that. I mean, Khao has had such a huge year. I mean, and still is having. I mean, you were just Food and Wine just named you one of the best new chefs in the country.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
It's I mean, but it's awesome, but it kind of, I'm curious to know how you feel about that, because you were having such a great year. Like you said, Bon Appetit named you second best restaurant in the country. This is supposed to be a time of celebrating for you, really, in a perfect world. And now, with everything that's going on, you're kind of just trying to make ends meet. Yeah. So what has that been like? I mean, has that been a tough pill to swallow, or are you just keeping it, business as usual? What are your thoughts on that?
Man, I've been taking pills every day, bro. But the thing is, that's the thing, man. Like, you literally don't know what's gonna happen the next day, next 2 days, man. It's just literally just we were pinned up to the wall for a minute there. We're actually bleeding out money, for at least a couple of weeks there. And for me, I'm like, you know what, dude, fuck it, man. Let's stop this bleeding, because let's go ahead and close and stop this bleeding and put this bandit, peel this Band-Aid off, because it's not helping. Right. And that was the biggest decision I had to make, because like you said, we're recognized for #2 restaurant in the nation, Bon Appetit. We get all these accolades, recognition, but it didn't mean anything in COVID. COVID just came in and like, I don't care who you are. It's like, fuck you. Like, like, who are you? Oh, you're #2 restaurant? Shit. Guess what? I'm number 1 in the world right now, motherfucker. So that's for me is like, in a way, I had to laugh about it, because it literally changed our mindset about the things we're doing, and us just to be able to come together as a team. And we're like, hey, man, so what you guys think, dude? You think this where we call it now, or you want to go ahead and continue the bleeding? And we just said, you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and stop this bleeding, man. Let's go ahead and close up and refocus, re-strategize. Let's think this thing over, because it's going to be worse in the next couple of months. And sure enough, it was. And it's going to continue to be. And for me and my business partner in Tex, we were like, hey, man, like, we already have money put aside for when we reopen. We don't want to burn through this money right now, because we're burning through money, man. Like operation costs, utilities, rent. We try to work with our landlord. Our landlord finally came back with us, just paying half the rent, but that's not relieving us with anything. We still have to pay. So
Right.
those things, took in consideration. But in a minute, at the end of the day, it was about our employees, man. It's about their livelihood. It's about them to survive, to be able to put food on their family's table, to pay the rent, and so on and so forth. So that's the reason why we literally opened for a month, just just for them to get unemployment, to get things situated, and everyone except for four of my guys got unemployment. So we're grateful that they got unemployment, but the rest of them, I have two undocumented workers that they're not gonna get unemployment. You know, so I had to keep something afloat where we were doing pre-packaged food for a little bit. Selling jerky, sauce, sticker rice, just make
Yeah.
ends meet, just keep them employed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was part of it, but then part of it with me personally was me understanding and really taking all of this in and like, bro, we need to change the whole concept of Khao now.
Yeah.
And for a little bit, actually, we were in the process of opening another concept,
Oh,
actually,
really?
until COVID hit. Yeah, man. So our concept was
Yeah.
going to be a fast casual place. So in a way, that's the reason why we took a month off to kind of rethink about things and refocus on what Khao can be or the next concept could have been. So that's where we're at now.
So is the second concept that's pretty much out of the picture now?
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shoot, the money put aside, like that's done.
Yeah.
That goes back now into Cal now. So yeah, man, it's tough, dude. Business is tough, especially restaurants right now.
Yeah.
Like I said, for us, we're fortunate that we get the recognitions and we got the accolades, but some of the mom and pop restaurants never receiving these recognitions, and they're struggling more than we are.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I tell people, man, come on, man, get off your ass, dude. Like, I know you want to cook at home, but do you want to clean? Like, come on, man. Like, go order food for them. Go buy
Yeah.
some stuff from them. Yeah.
Yeah. It's you kind of mentioned this earlier, and I think it's a good point that you were really conscious about what you wanted to say and the message you wanted to send as a
Yeah.
restaurant. And I
Yep.
think that's a really good point because a lot of people will remember, who handled this correctly
Yeah.
or as best as they could, and who was just kind of rushing to make money.
Yeah, man.
And I think it speaks volumes that you were so hyper conscious of all what all of your decisions
Yeah.
would have been. So I think you made the right decision.
I think we did, man. Like seriously, because in the end of the day, man, it's everyone's livelihood that we're dealing with. We're not dealing with a business. Guess what? This business is a material thing. It can be replaced. It's a building. It burns down. You can rebuild. But for someone to lose a life or get sick, you can't bring them back, man. So
Yeah.
that's the thing with me, man. It's like that's the reason why I'm a hard ass with my guys. Like, man, guys, where you been? Like, you sure that person's been safe? Like questions. I'm literally interrogating my employees. Like, man, where you been? Like, have you been with more than 5 people around you? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess because you have to be cautious and understand, where you're putting yourself in a situation that you don't know what's gonna be an outcome. Because everyone says, "Oh, I'm healthy, I'm fine, I'm good. If I get sick, I'll get over it." No, but you've seen all these statistics and cases where younger adults are getting sick, and even younger kids getting sick. So like,
Kids.
everyone's vulnerable, man. So yeah.
Absolutely. No, I've kind of struggled with that just a little bit because at Central Track from the very beginning we were like big proponents
Yeah.
of staying home.
Yeah.
But the other side of that token is a lot of people. The small backlash that we did get was people saying, "What about small businesses? People have to make a living too." But the thing is that just putting things on pause
Mm-hmm.
is not inherently, at least the way we see it,
Yeah.
anti-small business. We
Yeah.
still want people to support and order takeout and get food to go.
Yep.
And so I feel like a lot of people have been kind of speaking for small business owners a
Yeah,
little bit instead
yeah,
of allowing them to really be heard.
yeah.
So that's kind of how I've been able to not feel as I don't know, shitty about telling people to stay
No,
home.
man. Yeah.
You know?
No, it's true, man. It's definitely true, man. Like in the day, we're human beings, man. I'm like, I hate to say it because like I'm getting all this limelight, I'm getting all this press, all this recognition. And in the day, man, I'm just a human being, dude. I'm like everybody else, chasing their dreams, um, trying to accomplish things that my mom shared with me through my life, and just want to make her proud. In the end of the day, we just want to make our parents proud and do something that we love doing and have passion for, man. And this is my passion project, which is Khao. And I'm not gonna like say, hey, yo, I'm done. Like, I can't. This
Right.
is something I'm very passionate about, ever really care about. I was never in the business to get recognitions or accolades or make money. In the day, I was just in the business to make good food and share with the mass. And my mom always told me, like, man, don't worry about the money. The money will come later. What you have to worry about is the service, the mission, the story, the goal, and the food. Once you have that, then uh, everything else will come. The money will come later. I'm still waiting, mom. So like, 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 damn, yeah. Like, I wish these. Seriously, man. I wish these recognition would come with checks. Like, no,
Yeah.
don't give me a recognition unless you give me a check.
Well, did you see though back in at least at the back end of last year when Bon
hmm
Appetit named you? Did you see a big spike in business?
Oh man, dude, it was probably it wasn't just a spike, man. Like it was literally like what we do now. We don't have enough food. We ran out of food. Well, we were seriously unprepared for that because we got D magazine Eater. That was
Yeah.
like, oh man, that was crazy. But Bon Appetit was a different freaking animal, man. When it came, they were like our weight. Like they were posting up like hour before we opened. Like,
Really?
yeah, man, it was crazy. And these lines were just like outrageous. These lines was wrapping around the building and whatnot. It was like probably like 20, 30, 40 people deep. And people just waiting in line. And it would last from the minute we opened all the way to close. And it was just funny kind of peeking out and seeing people sharing like a bottle of wine or beer because
Mm-hmm.
we were BYOB, so people were just bringing their own beers and wine,
No. Yeah.
just sharing with each other, pouring. I'm like, oh man, that's tight, like I see that.
That is
But
cool.
yeah, that spike was ridiculous, man. That I never imagined in a million years that we would get that Bon Appetit recognition, and that really came out of nowhere. And they were all hush hush about it, like, oh
Oh,
yeah,
really?
we didn't know. So
Okay.
they're literally just like, oh, we're gonna send a photographer out to shoot your food and blah blah blah. We're just doing this article for Dallas. I was like, cool, awesome, yeah. Dallas is getting a lot of limelight on about food here and there, and can you not? That was a true surprise for us because I'm not in haven't been in the industry for a long time until
Mm-hmm.
when I worked at my mom's restaurant. So like I don't know these Bon Appetits, these food and wines and
Mm-hmm.
awards, what they do, or James Beard. I don't know anything about that, so it really caught me off guard. So when that happened, they just told, hey, we're making an announcement. We're gonna share a story that we did on you guys on CBS this morning news. Like, oh really? Okay, cool, all right. And then it came down to it, like, oh yeah, Dallas at a time before they even made that news. Then they mentioned that Dallas was the city of the
City of
year
the
for
year.
food. I was like,
Yeah.
damn! I was like, whoa, holy shit! Like, damn, that was incredible for Dallas, right? And then they're like, okay, there's a top 10 award, and they had the top 50 then top 10. It's like, okay, well, we made top 50. No, wait, we made top 10. Like, wait, what else is going on here? We didn't even know it was the top three, man. Like, oh man, yeah, that top three thing, like, really, like like out of the ballpark, man. Like left field, dude. We did not know that was coming at all. So yeah, that was super shocked about that.
No, I mean, I was wondering. I wondered if they had at least kind of like tossed you maybe like a clue beforehand, like, hey, you're about to experience a shitload of business from.
Nah, yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't like that. It was just like, yeah, we're just doing this article, like just on based on the city about food and Dallas. Like, okay, and you're like, and
So
but yeah,
even after that, then I'm sure. I mean, maybe I don't know. Did you notice a pretty steady like rise? Was it like quick in and out for tons of business, or did things kind of fall again? I mean, what? How did that?
well, so pretty much it literally hit us hard. Like the minute it was launched and the minute the word got out, within the next day we're like busy. Next 2 days we were busy, and then the weekend it was just ridiculous. We had customers from out of state, out of city, out of country coming. I'm like, what the hell, man? Like, people actually read these magazines? Like, damn. How like, yeah, because like we had a guy who was just in his hotel room and he read an article in a Bon Appetit article, and they're like, what? Wait, I'm in a city with the #2 restaurant in the country. Like, oh shit, like, so yeah, and then it would really rise to, oh my gosh, to crazy amount. The first week we ran out of food. Like Saturday came around, Sunday came around, we ran out of food because our shop is so tiny. We don't have any storage, any refrigeration storage.
Yeah.
So because we make things fresh almost every day. We buy produce every day. When we cook things, stocks and stuff, it's every 2-3 days, and that's all we have. And we really ran out, and we would, stay late at night just trying to, make more stock, make more dishes, come in early, and we're burnt out, and that's the reason. And we're like, what, guys, hey, let's scale back. let's rethink about this, and we scaled. We closed Monday, closed half day Tuesday, so we can revamp for the week, and then eventually it literally teetered off and died off a little bit after, I would say, 6 months.
Okay.
So yeah, so it was intense, bro. Like 6 months of just every single day, busy, nonstop, hour waits, 2-hour waits, 3-hour waits sometimes. But it really kind of just teetered off, and then it just kind of settled, which was, oh man, it was a breath of fresh air, bro. Like,
Needed a break.
I'm like, man, and that's and that was the whole goal was, we killed it last year. We got all this recognition, and we cranked everything out, and we like, there was no training, there's no prep list, there's no recipe builds. All my guys are just flying by wire, man. Like, we're just cranking everything out every single day, and there was like no training, like, but baptized by fire kind of thing. Like, you come to this kitchen, this is what you do. You're like, huh? Yeah. What do you mean? It's like, okay. Yeah, it was great. It was intense, man.
And you made it through just fine. So I mean,
yeah,
I think that's
thank you, brother.
Weird. Yeah, I'm actually a little ashamed to admit I live literally right down the street.
Oh man, what?
And
you for real?
I've never.
Ah, come on, man.
I know, man.
What?
I know, literally.
Damn, man.
I live in East Dallas over there, and I always thought, how have I not gone to that place yet? So
yeah,
I'm in Kentucky right now.
Okay.
My dad lives here.
Okay.
But when I'm back in Dallas,
you better, man. You better, man. Dude, this is your neighborhood, man.
I know. I can't believe I haven't yet. To be honest, I'm kicking myself about it.
That's all right, man.
But I'll make up for it.
Yeah, definitely. And it's actually perfect time because like that's part of like why we kind of closed down too for a month was kind of reevaluate our kitchen and our process and a recipe and our prep because we didn't get a chance to catch our breath, so we didn't have SOPs, we didn't have procedures to make things, a prep list, recipe book to make things. We literally had to make things on the fly some days, and sometimes my guys had to literally like taste the dish. Like, chef, is this good? Can you taste this for me? Like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, like because that's how it was. We were running out of food so fast that we literally had to make things on the fly. Every other hour we had to make things, and that's the reason why we have breaks in the day so we can prep and make things for dinner and lunch. But yeah, man, it's been a blessing, and it's been a good that we had this break to refocus and make the food even better than what it was. That's everything. Because Khao, everyone knows Khao. Khao's like, food's amazing, but guess what? We're making the food even more amazing than what it was before.
So then, is the new menu? You said you pretty much had to redo the menu.
Yep.
Is the new menu gonna be permanent? I mean,
So yeah, pretty
even
much.
even if things are to go, like, let's just say in a perfect world, things go
Hmm.
back to how they were by August. The
Yeah,
menu that you have now, you're gonna keep.
yeah, definitely. So we're gonna keep a small menu just for like takeout and to goes,
Hmm.
just because we know that everyone's not gonna be wanting to come in and dine in with us. So we
Sure.
have to be able to put that aside for as a menu. Like it's gonna be a small menu, not nothing too crazy, nothing too big, because that part is the reason why we don't do takeouts or to go, is because our kids are so tiny. We can't dedicate our line just to go line, But definitely some of the items that we've launched on our menu now that will be continue to be on our menu permanently.
Okay.
But the thing is, for me, I like to change things up. Rotate things. Have our specials, also menu items. You know, it makes things like exciting. Like when we hear things and see things that are different or new, we're like, hey, I want to try it. It looks good.
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to do right now. We're just having fun right now, dude. Like seriously, our menus is super fun. We're going revisiting our pop up days, so we're gonna have some pop up items that we're just gonna do. Like look, like we. All right, I'll tell you what I'm working on.
Yeah. I
So
want the exclusive.
yeah, so exclusive over here. So exclusive. My business partner is Tex. He's been in music business for pretty much for 20. I want to say like 18 years or so. He has his own band. He's been in different bands, and we love music, both of us. So we're like, hey man, let's treat this like a tour, right? We're gonna have a pop up tour for Dallas Fort Worth.
What?
So yeah, but with food, so we planned this out like because we did pop up days, and we're gonna collaborate with different shops and different bars around town, all throughout Dallas and Fort Worth Metroplex. We're gonna have a tour date. We're gonna have pre-sales, backstage passes, and
That's
like
dope.
general mission passes where. The one's like, oh, what? There's a pop up. Yeah, you got to pay general mission. Okay, you can't get this exclusive kind of thing. So yeah, we want to have fun, man. I think it's gonna be cool, and it's the collaboration with the bars and restaurant we're collaborating with. It's all part of Dallas and part of the culture here in Dallas. We just want to uplift the community, man. Seriously.
And you have actually already partnered with Double Wide, right, for their Get and
Yeah,
Goes.
yeah, bro. Yeah, we
What?
this past weekend we had our jerkies there and our secret rice. We're gonna continue that that we say collaboration.
That's good.
So yeah, so that's what we're gonna continue doing, man. So yeah.
Is Double Wide gonna be on the
Oh
Khao
yeah.
World
Oh
Tour?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
right on.
The Cow War Tour of DFW, man.
Cool. I will.
No,
I will
but
be at that
yeah.
one. I love Double Wide.
Yeah, because the thing is, that's everything too. Because on our pop-ups, our tour, we're gonna have our hits. We've been slaying here at the shop, but we're gonna have some one-offs. New menu items that you can only get in your pop-ups as well too. It's like our introducing our new single. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so
Sure.
like literally, we treat it like a tour, man, like a music band tour, man. Like, we're going on the road, guys. This is what we're doing, man. Playing our hits, which is our hits, our hits, our hit noodles and
Sure.
bites, and then introduce them with our new hit single too. So yeah,
That's
man,
great. That's
yeah,
such a good idea.
yeah, man, it's
Um,
gonna be fun, dude.
if you had, for someone like me who is yet,
Hmm.
or even someone visiting from out of town,
Yeah, man.
if you, I guess this is kind of a two-part question because you've got the
Okay.
temporary menu right
Hmm.
now.
Yeah.
So if you had one dish from the temporary menu that
Hmm.
you think people should to get the full cow experience, what would it
Yeah.
be? And then one dish from your regular menu.
I think the temporary menu, which is the gala bao, which is like a bun bao, but our version of bun bao. That's like that's cow right there, because that's
Okay.
just unique its own way, because it's not your typical bao. So it's like a caramelized quail egg with pork and fish sauce that's
Mhm.
like super rich and super savory, but then it's steamed in this bun, and the bun's all like so soft, but the meat to bun ratio is like perfect. Hard to say, because usually these bao, you get this like pillowy of like dough, and you don't have enough
Yeah.
meat. So it's a balance. But the thing is, when you bite into it, you're like, oh man, that flavor just really hits your face and lingers in your mouth, and you're salivating over it. Like I need more. So that's the temporary dish that we have,
Okay.
which is on our convenience store. I have all these.
Convenience store.
It's the convenience store. It's convenience store.
Convenience.
Yeah.
Clever.
So
You're a fan of puns, I can
man,
tell.
we are puns, bro. You're like,
Sure.
it's everything we could throw at Khao, we throw in at Khao. So yeah, so that's what we have on our temporary menu. Our permanent menu is always I would say two things,
Okay.
on the Khao menu, which is our boat news, right? We've been known for our boat news. That's what kind of put us on the map as far as the dish that we have here. But then, some people kind of sleep on other dishes. But I think for me, maybe because it hits hard with me and resonate with my culture being Laotian and American, is khao soy. It's funky, it's fresh, it's flavorful. It's like umami, like punchy flavor. And some people can't handle it because it's just pungent, though.
Yeah.
The smell and the flavor. But I think those that's like my favorite dish. But then I'll say, okay, make it three. Then miga tea. Miga tea is like everyone's go-to because everyone can relate that because it has a coconut curry base. So it's like, so it's sweet, it's savory, it has nuttiness from the peanuts that we roasted, and then we just finish up with some pork, and it's just delicious, man. And it's just like a sauce. It's not a broth, so it's just the sauce just coats the noodle, and you're like every bite you take into, you're like, damn, give me more of that sauce.
That sounds so good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna order one of each of those when I get back.
Bro, you have to order the whole menu, man. No, I know we joke around all the time, like, man, because people come here like, I don't know what to order, and our server's like, just order a whole menu. Like, you for real? It's like, yeah. It's like,
that's actually not a crazy
suggestion. It's not.
Your stuff is pretty affordable.
Yeah, everything's under $10, man.
Yeah.
We upped our price. It's kind of good that we talk about this too, because we up our price because we're doing to go, and the containers are pricey.
Sure.
And people don't think about that stuff. So yeah, prices went up, but everything's still under $10, man. And you can still order the whole menu under $80. For the whole menu. Yeah, and a lot of people like, I just order the whole menu. What? What restaurant can you do that to?
You're right about that. We're gonna have to do. Do you know what a mukbang is?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do, I think, a Central Track mukbang when I get back.
Oh man, you should, bro. You should.
Of all Khao stuff.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, you know what? It's doable, man. Seriously, it's doable.
Yeah,
I think you can do it.
I loved it. So you talked a little bit about being Laotian, and your mom was, she's not with us anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry. She inspired a lot of your cooking, and you grew up learning to cook from her.
Yeah.
How has that affected the way you approach Khao?
It affects me every way I approach Khao, because in the days, like, she's not just my mom. She gave me birth, gave me life in this life. Taught me things that taught me things that I take things for granted, and like every kid and every every teenager thinks they know life already. Like at 16 or 17, like, no, let me do it on my own. So then, she gave me a lot of like insights on life and not just life but food, because she's half French. My mom influenced, she's fluent in French, and she cooked French food before, and with Lao food, Thai food. So she was well versed in cooking. It wasn't just one type of food. So she knew food. So every time she cooked food, man, it's just like her love for food just resonate through every dish she made. And that's one thing that she always told me is like, look, like, if you want to cook, man, you gotta cook with your heart and soul. It's like, don't just whoop shit together just because you want to make stuff, right?
Yeah.
Literally take time to understand why you put things in each dish. Why this ingredient means well to this dish. Why does ingredients mesh well together? Not just because it looks good or it's appealing, Like, no, it's within the flavor into that dish. You know, you can plate it any way you want, but it's in the flavor. You know, you can throw some flowers on it, wherever. But she's like, no, you know, like, make it right, make it with full heart and full flavor. And that's one thing that she's always told me about food. And at the time, I'm like, look, mom, I just want to cook just to be able to eat at home. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, like just to, you know, I never really considered because you know, I pretty much live at the restaurant with her when I was younger, and everything that she did, you know, like I always kind of see her from behind. I was washing dishes, cleaning tables, and she didn't like let me cook until I was like older.
Mm.
You know, until I was like a teenager, and she finally let me cook. I was like, yeah, this is cool, it's fun, you know. And she's like, you're not doing it right. I'm like, yeah, I can do this. Like, no, yeah. And dude, she was a dictator, man, in the kitchen, man. Like, she would cuss my ass out. Like, no. I was like, when's the last time I showed you how to do that? Like that. I'm like, never. Like, exactly. It's like I never shown you how to do this. Like, this is how you do this. Like, she would tell me from A to Z, all the way down. Like, fuck, man. Like, seriously, I just want to cook, you know. Like, but then I really understood that cooking was more than just throwing shit together. You know, in the day, it was just really understanding your protein, understanding your ingredients, understanding your produce, and making something that's lovely and that people can share amongst each other, not just today, tomorrow, but the following years and generations after that. And that's what we're here, you know. And she shared that with me, and now I'm sharing with everyone else, you know. And that's the true inspiration behind the restaurant. It's bringing people together to share each other's story, and it shares a moment with each other through food in a day. You know, that's what she taught me, man.
And I know this is probably, a little difficult because she's not with us anymore. But
Yeah.
do you find now that with Khao especially, and especially all the success, I mean, do you find that the things she taught you are becoming even more real than they were, before all the accolades and stuff? Does that make sense?
Yeah, man. No, definitely, dude. Like I said, man. Like in a day, when I opened this restaurant, it was a, a lot of time it was for my mom. But in a day, it was something my mom told me at the end of the day, and this was right before she passed, and I was there with her when she took her last breath, and it's hard to me for me to kind of talk about it when she took her last breath and had that moment with her. But you know, one of her last thing to me was like, you know, when you do something in life, just have pride in what you do and be proud of who you are, and just be happy at doing it. Don't chase a job or a career because you want to make money, because at the end of the day, it's not going to lead you anywhere. It's not going to leave you in any kind of happiness. And so I really took that to heart, man. That literally kind of turned my life around like 360. I'm like, what the fuck? So I was like, so then it allowed me to search for myself and search for my meaning in life. And literally, I took that, ingrained that in my mind, and I'm like, it's like, what the fuck I want to do? Like, and she also told me like, boy, it's like you have a gift, which is food. Like, how do I give a gift of food? Like, you cook so many dishes that I never shown you or gave you recipe to, and you mimic like the flavors of what I made for you. It's like that's a gift. You have a palate profile that you can understand things and understand complexity of food. I'm like, really? I don't think that. I just seem like it's this and that. I just throw it together. But yeah, man. Like, I never thought that, you know, all this shit would come with all this accolades, all this attention and recognition. You know, like, and one thing I always, you know, mom always said, like, just be humble. You know, be true to yourself, be humble, do things the right way, don't do shortcuts, and treat people with respect. And in the day, that's the business I opened. Like, I literally took that to heart. Like, the people that work here at my shop, our employees, I treat them with respect. You know, I might get angry with them and get mad at them because I just want them to be better. Exactly like my mom. I'm trying not to be a dictator like my mom. You know, like, run this kitchen like, man, dude, she will bust my ass right now if she saw the kitchen right now. Like seriously, but in the day, I truly believe what she taught me and what she told me is why the restaurant is what it is to this day, and why it's so successful, because of my understanding that I had to just reroute myself into the restaurant versus me, you know, being the restaurant and the restaurant's not part of me. We have to tie each other together to get those recognition and get the accolades.
Yeah.
And just in a day, just making good food, man, so people enjoy and come back again day in, day out, man. Like seriously, like we're never in it. I tell people all the time, man, when you open your business for the first couple of years, you're not making shit. You're not making money. Like
I hear that a lot.
yeah, especially restaurant, man. It's like it's a passion project that if you believe in it, it'll come. But it's just going to take time, and now it's going to take a longer time because COVID came and yeah, fucked us all up.
I'm sure you will, when bouncing back is even in the on the horizon. I'm sure you will. I'm sure it'll work out.
I think so, man.
It worked out for you.
Yeah.
It's just fine. With things that were in your control, things worked out pretty well. So
yeah,
I'm sure.
I think it's just it's every business is a challenge. Like
Absolutely.
in life throws fucking everything, man. It's like it's just really we just got to take it in and literally just chew it up and spit it out, man. Like and move on, and that's where we're at right now. We just gotta immerse ourselves in it, understand our situation where we're at and how to deal with it, and refocus, and then come back stronger. And that's the end of the day. We're all trying to do, all as small business owner and a community, man. Like we're just trying to come back stronger than we were before.
Yeah, and on the topic of moving on, I'm curious to know what you think about Texas opening back up. Do you think it's premature? Are you in favor of it? I know it probably really, like you said, doesn't really affect you because even if I think Friday restaurants can open it back to 50%, but that doesn't really change anything for you because your spot's small. So what do you? I mean, are you? What are your thoughts on this?
Man, like you said, dude, like it's a premature ejaculation, man. Like the government's getting too excited, man. They're getting too excited, bro, right now. They're like, bro, like, come on, really? Like, I understand you getting excited because you want to bring money back into our government and whatnot. But come on, dude. Like seriously, it's too early, man. Like take some time, man. Like it's like I said, man. It's like it's someone that you love. You gotta caress it. You gotta take time. You can't just go first base, second base. You gotta take a moment. Come on, like he's already trying to like just get in. Like,
yeah.
But no, seriously, Texas right now is like, man, they're in the day. They're thinking about themselves. They're not thinking about the livelihood. They're not thinking about the community. They're not thinking about us as Texans and Dallas sites. And like, come on, man, really. I know you want to bring back the community. You want to be this guy that like I did this for you guys. We brought the economy back up for Texas. Like, dude, the economy's been up for Dallas and Texas in general. It's just a little setback, and everything that has a little setback, it's going to just take time to rebuild. Don't rush into it, like us. We took a little time to re-strategize and refocus, and we'll come back. Let's not jump the gun and open up the doors, and then all of a sudden, the rest of the population gets sick, and now here we are, 2 months, 3 months down the road. Guess what? We might have to close down because maybe one of my guys gets sick, or maybe the restaurant across the street from me gets sick. Like,
right.
Come on, man. Like, really think long, hard about people's life, and they're not thinking about people's lives. They're thinking about their pockets and think about votes and think about I'm the savior. I brought money back into Dallas or Texas and this and that. Like, whatever, dude. I don't want to get into politics. It's just not my thing, man.
No, but it is so interesting to hear you say that because I think there is a very wide misconception that small business owners just want to get back into it. And I mean, of course, nobody wants to be closed. That's absurd. And nobody wants small businesses to not make it. But I think there are more of you who realize the bigger picture than people might be projecting. If that
Yeah,
makes sense.
no, it's true, man. And then, you know, it's a funny story. Not funny story, but actually a good story. And part of me being Food and Wine best chef, dude, Food and Wine, it's been a different breed of recognition because they bring so much to the chef and the all the chefs, not just me, but they build a mentoring kind of group and coaching kind of thing where you get to talk to other chefs and well-known chefs around the world and really just being true and being real, man. And a lot of our talks were vulnerability, transparency. Those things are like business need to be that way. Stop lying to yourself. Stop saying that you're doing good. You're not doing good. Ask for help when you need help. You know, tell people that you're vulnerable and you're hurting. And I think that's our industry. I think our industry is where like we always be the tough guy. We're like, oh, we're fine. We don't need help. But now all of a sudden this happens. Like, you know what? Stop lying to yourself, guys. Let's come together and really tell people that we are hurting. And like we did, man. Like we're hurting, man. That's the reason why I had to close. I'm not gonna lie and say, yeah, we're fine. Like, no, we were hurting. And that's the reason why we have to close. And just here we are having this conversation. And other restaurants and other businesses need to do that as well too. Like reach out to people, talk to the community, get community involved, get people involved to support you guys, each other, and don't make this false sense of, oh, you're doing well and you're making money and you're surviving. Because guess what? The next 2 days, just like all the restaurants closed this week, and no one knew.
Yeah.
Like they were hurting. See, so that's the thing. Like I think a lot of business needs to be more transparent about what's going on with their business, and if they need help, dude, this is the time, man. Social media right now, this is the time to blast it out there and like, hey, man, guys, we're hurting. We need everyone's support. Please support us and come out. Buy a drink, buy this, buy that, wherever.
Yeah.
Because and it's this time of day we need to help each other and help the community out.
And you've been very vocal about on social media the Independent Restaurant Coalition and its mission. It's basically calling on Congress to help you guys out, and that's kind of been my take on this too. Is that because of certain setbacks and the way certain businesses are set up. In your case, you have a small business. I mean that like size wise.
Yeah.
Or square footage.
I got you, man.
But Congress, I kind of feel like needs to step up too. They need to, instead of trying to throw everybody back out and put the the responsibility on your customers.
Yeah.
They need to step in, and if they really valued small businesses and believed that small businesses are the backbone of the country, then they should step in and
yeah, dude, it's and the restaurant coalition right now, they're doing so much for restaurants in general, because we all know that is the backbone of this country, and that's the blood vessel in this country to help flow the blood into the heart of this country. And a lot of people like, you want to bleed out. If you want to bleed out, you're literally not helping us out. You're going to bleed out. You want to build out all these big manufacturers and big corporations. How about us, man? Like, come on, dude. Like, seriously, we employ majority of people here in the United States, small business, the restaurants. And the thing is, I hate to say, a lot of it's undocumented workers, and no one's helping them out. They just came here to just trying to make money and support their family and friends too. But that's part of the reason why, for me, I have to continue to open so my undocumented workers can have something for themselves. Because guess what? They're human beings in a day. They need help, and we all need help. And for Congress to kind of like look the other way and like, hey, y'all fine, but you know what? Let me build up my buddy over here, in the airlines, or build up my buddy in the pharmaceutical company, because you're actually gonna find the cure for COVID. Come on, man, seriously. Where we need help is right here, man. This is our small towns, it's all businesses.
Yeah.
Seriously. But the Restaurant Coalition right now is doing an amazing job. They're pushing it through Congress, and hopefully Congress will change their mind and understand, like, hey, put them on the spot, put them in the limelight, and maybe they'll change. Because in the end of the day, they don't want to be the bad guy, right?
Right.
Because guess what? If they be the bad guy, it's like, we can't win votes for our next election, so let's go ahead and abide by what they want, right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, in the day, we kind of have to play that game too.
So, and you have an interesting perspective on what you just touched on because your parents were immigrants.
Yeah, exactly.
And
And that's yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
and I know you've been very vocal about how they came here with an American dream, and
Yep.
it feels like your dream is almost an extension of their American dream.
Correct.
So I would imagine that you probably have a very it's personal for you.
Oh man, it's always been personal with me, man. And because the thing is, like in the day, like I said, my mom's no longer here, right?
Right.
She's passed away, but I do not want to waste her livelihood, her escaping, prosecution, escaping her livelihood, escaping her own country, her own home, to be able to create a new life for her family. It's like, if anyone has ever been through that, that's hard, man. To leave a hometown, to leave prosecution, to leave your country that you know the language, you speak the language, to a new country that you don't know the language, you don't know how to work or how you can make a sustainable income for your family because you don't speak the language. So that's the reason why, for me, that's the reason I'm very vocal about immigrants and have pride about my culture and about immigrants in this day and age, because they sacrifice everything just to be here, to be free, and they thought they were here to be free in this great land of ours, and then all of a sudden all this shit happens with the COVID-19. Like, they're not supporting small business. They're not supporting the American dream no more. They're just supporting themselves, And for me, you know what? I'm going to still push my dream and push my mom's dream, my dad's dream. Because in the day, they left everything just to have a better life for myself and my brothers. And why I'm not just going to turn a blind eye and like, yeah, I agree with government. I agree with everyone. It's like, no, man, fuck that. It's like, you know what? They sacrificed their life for my life, pretty much. And I'm going to throw my life away just because someone tells me I can't do something,
Yeah.
Hell, fuck no, man. Like, that's why we have so much pride in what we do here. I'm first Asian American born, but I grew up as an immigrant and I grew up as a refugee. My mom and dad struggled. And we had to literally fight for food and figure things out each and every single day. My mom had to make, work 3 different jobs. My dad had to make, work other couple of jobs here and there just to make ends meet. So same thing, man. Hustle, man. Like, we all has a hustle in life, and to make sure our life is meaningful.
Yeah. Well, you're doing a good job, man.
Yeah, I
So
appreciate it, man. Oh yeah, dude.
keep it up. I think this is Instagram's gonna kick me off here in a minute. So
It's all good, man.
I thank you again for taking the time to talk to me. And wishing you all the best with everything that's going on. And yes, they are doing takeout. JK.
Khao Dallas. KhaoDallas.com is our takeout. We're open dinners only from Wednesday to Friday and Saturday from 11:30 to 9 p.m. all day for takeouts. We were going to open the patio this Friday, but it's going to be raining. So,
Okay.
yeah. It's kind of sucks because, we have this big-ass patio. Hold on. Like we have, and it's all like, the patio's all 6 feet apart. So, and of course, the background noise and the laughters are our friends here. This is my audience. These guys are been giving me faces and laughing at me. They're just
Yeah, I heard the laugh earlier. I thought that was pretty funny.
That's the tribe, man. That's a Khao tribe. It's
Right
not
on.
just my employees. It's the friends, the customers that became friends.
Hi.
This is Noise. Forget me not. Follow her. It's
I can't hear you, so hi.
Yeah, she said she can't hear you.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm on my earphones.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, man. You know, that's the reason why we love Khao, man. Everyone always shows us love and support. You know, from friends and customers that turn friends and families. So yeah, man, we have a good thing going on.
Good, man. I'm gonna give you a call as soon as
Bro, you
I
better,
get
man.
back in Dallas.
You better, man. If
The
not,
whole menu.
I'm gonna plaster a picture of your face on the door so my server knows that you're coming. It's like if you don't see this guy, let me know. If
All
you
right,
do
man.
see him, make sure we give him the whole menu.
I'm serious. The whole menu.
Cheers, brother.
Got a
All right,
big
brother. Oh
All
yeah,
right,
man. You be safe, man. Good
You
talk.
too. Thank
All right,
you.
brother. All
Talk
right,
soon.
Alex. Oh yeah, man.
Bye.
Laters.